right. So we just practiced resonance. We did the practice of resonance. Now I want to talk a little bit about what is going on. What is resonance? What's happening? So again, everything is energy in vibration, and all of the things that we know or think we know and that we act in accordance with, the beliefs that we act in accordance with, falls within a certain bandwidth of frequencies. And in every instant, in every like microsecond, we have an opportunity to align to any frequency. And we all feel these frequency shifts, like when our mood shifts, like when we get scared or when we get inspired, we feel our energy, our vibrations sync. And usually we choose the same frequency range over and over and over again. We have options, but we stick with what we know and we habituate it and we feel like it is stable and we feel like that's who we are. That becomes our identity. But in reality, we're basically radio receivers and we're capable of tuning into and aligning to and then emitting as our expression any frequency. At the very least, we certainly can. We are designed to have the capacity to tune into, to align to, and emit and express our own resonant frequency. That is what our system is designed to express. So this is where the practice of intonation and sharing resonance comes in. Just like the tuning forks, it's like when someone or something is offering a tone that's similar to our own inherent frequency, that's like the I know you and you know me. When that's similar to our inherent frequency, even if it stretches us out of our comfort zone, we can attune to it and we can begin to attune to that frequency. And the more we practice tuning into that frequency, the more we seek out being proximal to, being close to that which can express and which is expressing our inherent frequency, then the stronger that new frequency becomes. It can kind of stretch our frequency bandwidth. And that's part of what's uncomfortable these days. It's just like, as we're going through this big shift, we're feeling like a stretch of a frequency bandwidth that just because we're not used to it, it can feel kind of uncomfortable. And what we're practicing here at the Feasts of Ingathering is listening to that tone, which is like it is the words, but it's not just the words. It's not just the information or the stories that we're sharing. It really goes beyond that to the frequency, like the knowing, the physical vibration of the knowing. When it's like, I know that you are continuous with all that is. I know that you and I are connected. I know that you are this individuation who is going through this process and you're learning as you go. You're learning to trust being in the moment and that like emerging guidance that comes. We have a space here where we can look each other in the eye and it's like it's a new eye. And when we're listening to each other, we're listening to a new tone. And when that tone is received in listening, then it grows stronger. It's kind of like capillary action. When I'm really, really hearing you and you are speaking into that tone, into this new tone, maybe it's uncomfortable, but we're all stepping into it. Like we're doing this. So when we practice that, we practice receiving each other, we practice speaking it, then it grows stronger. So we benefit the revolution through quantum entanglement. We're benefiting not just ourselves, we're benefiting the tone itself, and we're benefiting how that tone of the inherent truth that connects everything, we're benefiting its accessibility to everyone and everything. So we're not only like strengthening ourselves, but we're being stewards of this new tone. It's not a new tone, but it's more accessible than it's been before. We're facilitating its accessibility. It's always been accessible because it's our fundamental resonant frequency, but people are doing it. People are doing it more. And we're not just working on hitting the high notes. It's not just like reaching for that tone. It's like this is the tonal integrity that we were talking about. It's like it's really working on focusing and like on a moment by moment basis, like continuing to be with that tone, continuing to be in attendance to and in honoring of that emerging tone as it is coming through us by moment. And there's so much these days that can distract us, that's designed to distract us. There is so much these days that is designed to frighten us. So practicing that tonal focus, practicing that resilience of like maybe we get a little staticky, but then we come back to it. That like tonal awareness of even knowing when we're staticky and distracted or in a frequency bandwidth that maybe we used to be comfortable in, but it's not where we are anymore. It's not where we're going. So like developing that tonal awareness. So again, it's like this is the point of the Feasts of Ingathering, to practice this together.